If trading one account is so great, trading several must be that much better. Today on Blueprint, we'll be covering account scaling and position multipliers to turn your one trade into many. We'll also take a quick peek at GPT-5 and how good that is at coding strategies. All that and more on today's Blueprint. Welcome, one and all, to Blueprint here at Traders Post for August 7th, 2025. I'm one of your hosts, Tom Hartman, your friendly neighborhood strategy coder, joined as always by Peter Hartman, repping for the Traders Post marketing crew. And yes, we're back doing what we do best, turning setups into scripts and connecting them to Traders Post, the best automated trading platform in the known universe. As always, a quick reminder, everything we build here is strictly for educational purposes only and entertainment. We're here to showcase what's possible with the power of code and automation, not to promise profits or predict your portfolio's future. That said, let's dive in and give this setup the glow up it deserves.
The glow up it deserves.
I'm a day trader now.
Are you?
I'm a day trader now. Yeah. See, what happens when you work with Traders Post and inside the Traders Post ecosystem is that slowly you get dragged into participating in every part of the markets, whether that's crypto or options or futures trading or prop firm trading. And next thing you know, that's what your life is. Trader. I thought I was a trader before. I wasn't trading all the different kinds of things that could be traded. So now I'm part of the big boy crew. Every morning, 9:30 a.m., actually 9:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to around 10 to 10:30 Eastern Standard Time, depending on how well we're doing. The worse we do, the less we trade, or the more we trade.
I was about to say
one of those things, one of those two things. So you guys can come see that every Tuesday to Friday. It's fantastic. It's Mike and I, and I gotta say, it's a highlight of my morning. Now, Mike's in a different time zone, and so I got to drag him out of bed. I'm not dragging him out of bed, but to do the show, he's got to drag out of bed way earlier, which for me would make me a bad trader. To have to wake up way earlier in order to do it. But he's done some great stuff. He had some down days the last couple of days, but that guy seems to have ice cold veins when it comes to trading. Very methodical about how he goes about it. I like it. That said, he does this thing which I don't do. I'm normally used to trading one account at a time. But Traders Post allows you to scale out your accounts. You can connect multiple accounts together so that one signal comes through and then it gets traded across different accounts at the same time, which to me is pretty cool, pretty exciting, because when it comes to, let's say, prop firm trading, you can tie together 2, 3, 10, 15, 20 accounts together, and all of a sudden your one amazing trade gets replicated across all of them. So payouts can be a lot bigger. I know back in the day, I've seen people, I don't know, a year and a half ago, I had clients who would have 10 tabs open in their browser, and they would put a trade on and have to go each one click, 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 or they had a grid of screens where just the order panel, and they had to go and click and add all these trades in manually, which I thought was just crazy. Some of them are even trading, let's say, 5-minute charts, 1 minute, 5-minute charts, and just going constantly in between. I don't know how it feels. I know how it feels to make a bad decision the one time I press the button. I can't imagine having my doubts and having to go through again and again. Yes, I should do this. Yes, I should do this. It's sort of like, prepping the heroin needle and getting the spoon already and getting already. He's like, I'm making a bad decision all the way through here.
You made a bad decision with that analogy. Okay, there's a million things you could have said.
We'll just cut it out. We'll just cut it out in post.
It's a live show.
It's live. No one told me that. So I want to show the account scaling feature and the position size multiplier. This is one of the newer features added to Traders Post, which allows you not only to basically when a signal comes in, you can then add a multiplier to that signal so that the position size, let's say you sent position size of 10, you can scale it up or down per account. This is very useful for people who have prop firm accounts. Maybe you have smaller prop firm accounts, other ones have bigger ones, or your own personal accounts. Maybe you're managing different accounts for yourself, and some have more and some have less capital, and so you might want to take bigger risk in one, so that is proportional to the account size that you have there versus on a smaller account. So I thought it might be exciting for me to go ahead, and I only have one prop firm account. I want to buy a second one, maybe even a third one, and connect it up to my Traders Post dashboard. And then I also want to connect my Kraken or Coinbase, one of those two crypto accounts, so that I can do trades there as well. I sort of only want to take long trades in my crypto accounts. Like, I only want to take longs, and for shorts, I want them to happen in both the prop firm and the prop firm accounts. So it's gonna be interesting to me. This is I'm setting something up for my own capital here, and it'll be the first time I'm doing it. Now, as a teaser, a little amuse-bouche, we have GPT-5 that came out. You're excited about this, Peter?
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I'm kind of trying to tinker with it right now. So if I'm half paying attention to you, it's not because of what you're saying. It's because of what is happening in the world today.
Well, we've been using Claude Code now. We've been pretty religious about that over the 2 months. We've been using it. It's only been out for about 3.5 months.
2 months?
Well, Claude Code is about 3.5 months old.
But it's become such a part of everything that I do and think about that it feels like forever.
That's right.
Wow.
Yeah. And so now and we use Claude Code Opus, which is the highest state-of-the-art model for Claude Code. They even just released Claude Code 4.1 yesterday or the day before. So they're innovating on that. But GPT-5 from OpenAI has come out. We saw the live stream today. That was pretty interesting. And the idea is that it's like slightly better than the coding model for Opus. I don't know. I don't know if it's true. I'd love to be able to see it. So let's go ahead and jump into the Traders Post dashboard here. What I'm going to be doing is first creating my subscription and strategy for my day trading. I need a strategy for my day trading account where I'm not going to be setting up a pre-made strategy like in TradingView or anything like that. What I'm going to be doing is sending signals basically manually from TradingView to this. But I need a strategy set up so that I can connect to the different accounts I want that signal to be scaled to.
You need to share your screen.
Oh, sorry about that.
I forgive you.
All right. So here in my dashboard at Traders Post, I already have my initial Top Step account, my Traders Post paper account, and then my Kraken and Coinbase live accounts connected. I want to go ahead and create a strategy, and this will be a strategy that will hold my discretionary trading. Let's call it manual.
Wait, that will hold? What do you mean by hold? Like it will be responsible for?
Well, so I need a webhook that'll receive the signals that I sent from TradingView manually. And then I need to be able to subscribe the prop firm account and the different crypto accounts to that in order to receive the signal. So you can't just send a signal willy-nilly. It needs to be tied to a strategy. And so I'm calling this one my manual trading strategy so that it's set up to receive that signal.
Gotcha.
When I'm trading prop firms, that'll be futures. I want it to be discretionary. It won't be systematic. Auto submit will be on by default. And let's go ahead and save. All right. So I'm going to be taking both long and short when it comes to my prop firm account. Asset class futures. My position size, I will... I'll take that from the signal quantity if it's there, but I'll default it to a fixed quantity of 1 just in case it isn't. So here it'll be a 1 futures contract that will be traded unless I send a quantity in my signal, in which case, because this option use signal quantity is on, it'll override that quantity. All right, let me just save this. Let's do this as a market order. I do not want limit orders. Market order for entry, market order for exit. And that'll be that. Stop loss, take profit. I'll exit manually. So I'll save and connect my broker. I'm going to connect that to my Top Step account. All right, so right now I just have the one Top Step account. Let me just save and enable this. I'm not going to have auto submit on for right now because I just want to test it. I'm going to see the signal come through, and then I'll see how that works. But let me just enable this, which will save automatically. And let me just go ahead, and since I have auto submit turned off, I'll just go ahead and send a test signal to this webhook. So I'm going to copy my webhook signal, and I'm going to go over to TradingView in order to just send a test signal. I'll just ask you to pull away from the screen for a second, Peter.
Trying to think about what we're going to do for GPT-5. It looked like in the title you're talking about coding a trading strategy, but I wonder if we could also like build a web app or a demo thing, just a simple idea to see how it turns out. I don't know, something visual.
Well, I want to see how it does. First, I want to see how it does with just a Pine script, just a regular Pine script strategy.
Well, yeah, that for sure.
Yeah. All right, so here on my TradingView screen, you can go ahead and show that. I am just going to go ahead and create a signal here. So I'm trading the MBT. So this is the micro Bitcoin futures asset that's available at that prop firm account. I'm just going to create an alert in general that I just wanted to fire now. So is the market open now? Yeah, it's open till 5 o'clock. So I'm just going to go price is greater than 0. So it'll fire right away. I want to send a signal. So actually, let me set up my notifications, switch my webhook, so that's where it'll go. And for my message, let me just grab a generic one here from the Traders Post backend. And this will be a test buy. So the ticker, it'll take the MBT. Actually, I don't want that. I need the contract name, don't I? Well, let's test this one out first. Actually, I can get the contract name just by right-clicking here and showing label, symbol
Your
name.
screen stopped sharing, just so you know.
Oh, seems like there's a problem with my... All right, if that happens again, Peter, I might have to log out and log back in.
All right, click on hide at the bottom.
All right, so here I could see by adding the label that the ticker is MBTQ 2025. So that's what I'll use. I'll buy. The price will be the price that it is now, time now, interval. Perfect. So let me just save this. Once I create that, it'll show up in my alerts list and it'll be active right away. So it should fire the signal right away at the next tick, the next update. Once it does, I'll just pause it so it doesn't keep sending it again and again.
Honestly, I gotta stop watching price action live. I'm this close to being like, I'm going on there to trade. I'm going next week, next show. I want to be on there. I want to click a button and trade. I don't even care if I lose. There's just something so exciting about it.
It's fun. I have the malfunction of I don't care if I lose money. I just care if I'm participating, which I think sort of lends itself to be kind of trader that I am. Like you told me the other day, hey, someone complained about an on-screen talent having an ego. I was like, well, you want them to have an ego. You want them to be 100%. Meek and humble as they're going up there. You want them to have an ego. Yeah. And sort of like if I'm going to trade, I have to be able to trade long and short and not be afraid of getting into a trade and not feel bad about losing money or what have you so that I can make more money in the future. I sort of have to have that malfunction, or at least that's what I tell myself. All right, this signal's not firing. Let me just try it one more time. All right, let me see if it's moving up. 1 in 1 bar on the 5-minute time frame. I wonder what this means, moving up 1.
We should ask GPT-5.
Yeah, I don't want this. Let's just go with, let's go greater than, what's the current price? 117, 116, 800. Oops.
So this is the manual trading thing you're doing. Like once it hits that price, then it'll automatically buy.
Yeah, but I'm just doing a bar. Actually, that's a great idea. I should show that. Let me just right click. I'll add a line to the chart, horizontal line. Make this a little bit clearer so we can see it. And here I'm just going to tie an alert to it. So when the price crosses that line, it'll go ahead and send the signal over.
Does everybody know how to do what you're doing right now? Because you're going through it pretty fast. I don't know if it's me, but
sure. Well, I just added a line to the chart in order to tie an alert to it, right? So I want, when the price crosses this, I'm just trying to trigger any alert to get to send from TradingView to my strategy. So under the notifications tab, I added my webhook URL that I grabbed from my strategy here on Traders Post, because the strategy will then grab that signal and do what it needs to do. What I'm doing here, just choosing just any random condition, is that I just want a signal to fire. I don't care how it fires. I just want it to fire. So here, when I create that, I can see that on this line, I have a little clock that shows up. So the idea here is that if I drag this to be like right on the price where we are right now, it should fire a signal at some point. Okay, it looks like it just did. The issue I had is that I didn't have, under notifications, I have to have notify show toast notification. And let's say play sound so that you guys can hear it. Let me just try that again so you can see it. There we go. So now it shows up. So it was actually working before. I just couldn't see it on the chart. All right, so we go back here to my Traders Post backend. I can click on signals in order to see the signals that came through. So there's a bunch of signals that came in. And if I just take a look at the last one, remember, I had auto submit set to false. That means it wouldn't automatically go and open up a position at my prop firm. All right, so I could go in here, take a look at the actual trade, and decide if I want to go ahead and approve or reject this. All right, let me just see here if I can pull up my prop firm account so we can see. So right now I'm not in a position. Let's just go ahead and make sure that that all works. So I'm going to go back here and I'm going to approve that trade. All right, so now I'm where my signals were in the back end of Traders Post. I'm going to go ahead and approve it. I would also have gotten this as an email or a push notification if I had it on my phone. So I'm going to approve that. And when it does, it failed to open the position. Why? So account is not active. Oh, I have the wrong account. 1 second. I remember I failed this account before. So let me go back to my brokers, check my Top Step account.
Should I move from your screen? Is any private info
No,
here?
you can show this.
All right.
And I'm going to click on edit to view my Top Step account. And inside of my connection, I can see here that this is the correct one now. So this old account is actually failed. And this new one should be the one I should be using.
All right, we lost your screen again.
All right, I'm just going to give me 1 second to dip out. I'll be right back.
Hey everyone, hi, my name is Peter Hartman, and I am here at Traders Post to let you know that we have a wonderful lineup of shows happening every week here on the YouTube channel. We have Office Hours, which takes place on Tuesdays, every Tuesday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we go over your questions, we talk about new features when it comes to Traders Post, and we give you deep dives and tutorials of how to do things. Then we have Price Action Live. It's a brand new show, and this happens every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, give or take. And that's where you can see Mike and Tom trading live, as well as anybody else who shows up. Sometimes it's Trevor, myself might show up there. And then we have After Hours that takes place on Fridays at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Price Action Live, I didn't say the time, that starts at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it goes till, it goes till whenever. It depends on how crazy the party gets. All right, we got Tom back here. Let's go back and see what he's up to. You're sharing your screen, Tom?
That's right. So here I am just switching from my my failed account from before to the new live one. So now that I switched that, top step here, let me just change the name here. This is failed. All right. And now it's showing me that this subscription is active with it. All right, let me just go back to where I was before. That live saves, there's no save button for that. And I'm going to go back to my strategy that I had before, take a look at the signal that came in for my manual trading, and I'm just going to go ahead and approve an old one that came in. So I'll click on approve. Let's see if this works. Trade approved successfully. If I go and take a look at my account, do I see the trade on? Oh, I'm on the wrong one. I need to be on Bitcoin. All right, I'm not seeing my trade there. Let me just go take a quick look. No position open. Let's go take a look at that signal that came through. So it's still waiting to enter that position. The signal was MBTQ 2025 to buy. All right, so it's not in yet. It's still pending. I just want to confirm in my setting snapshot that I do have this set as a market order because I expected it to go right away. Market order to enter. All right, let's see here. Let me just try one thing. I'm going to send an actual submit signal here. So I'm going to submit it manually from the back here. Market order quantity fixed type 1. I'm just sending a signal directly from the Traders Post backend. I'm not seeing the trade here. MBTQ 2025. All right, so I see my order was rejected. Let's see the rejection reason. The broker did not return any reason for rejecting this order. All right. This could likely be a problem on my end. Let me just see how I should set this up here. Yeah, that's the right contract, MBT.
Maybe we should ask GPT-5. I don't know. It's not getting old for me. It's not getting old.
Order time market. Let's try one more time.
So here you're doing a manual buy on Traders Post directly.
Correct.
Maybe buy something else, a different contract besides MBT.
That's the only contract I could buy there. So 319, that's going to fail.
Look at the debug.
I see the debug. It's just I must be getting something wrong because I'm expecting it to work there. All right, signal goes through. Signal submitted successfully.
We can always message Trevor and support.
Yeah, get Trevor on. You know what? I think it might be because of how I subscribe this trade. So let me just go ahead and delete this subscription and redo it. So this manual strategy, I'm going to subscribe to it, top step account. Let me make sure my account ID is the right one. So that'll be account ending in 5157. That's it, 5157, create. All right.
Did you say your position, your amount to 1?
I'm going to send it through the signal. I'm going to just make sure I have the right. Let's just go ahead and send a trade.
We lost your screen again.
Is Mercury in retrograde?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Send 1. Send it. It shouldn't go right away. I have to approve it.
You got to show your screen.
Oh, I thought I did. Approve the trade.
Just one of those days.
There we go. It actually went in. So that's what it was.
User error?
It was user error. Yeah. When I switched out the position, I had to resubscribe the account to the strategy because it was sending to the wrong. Because I created the original strategy connected to the failed prop firm account, and even though I changed my broker settings to switch to the new active prop firm account, it doesn't automatically change the subscription. Because
so the webhook was wrong.
No, the subscription. With the prop firm account, once I failed my account and it resets, I get a new account number. Right, so that's what we saw over here.
Oh, right.
There's a new account number.
I get it.
But because I created the subscription on the failed account, even though here I switched it so that this is the new active one, it was still connected to this failed account.
I understand.
All right, so it said my trade was successful. I don't see it on the chart. Let's take a quick look. Trades, orders. This is 329. It should have came through. So this is this one here. It says it was filled. So I see the order down here. Let me reset the chart. It says MNQ. Am I in an MNQ trade right now? I am. I'm in an MNQ trade. I sent the wrong one. Let me close you out. Let me double check what I did over here. So the order that I sent through, let me take a look at the trades. Yeah, I did send a trade for NASDAQ. Not what I wanted. I will buy Bitcoin by accident all day long. I will not do that for the NASDAQ. All right. So let's go back to where we were before. So for the subscription for the strategy.
We just lost your screen.
I'm not sure what's going on with that.
I've never seen that before.
Never seen that before. Yeah. All right. Let me go get the webhook again. I'm going to go to TradingView and update it. So I have my subscription. Let me go to the strategy. I'm going to view the strategy, grab the webhook from the top right, copy that over. I'm going to make sure that in TradingView, I have the right one set up. So edit this alert by right-clicking on it. I'm going to just delete this webhook that's here and replace it with this one. I have the right MBTQ 2025 contract set up. I'm going to save that. And then I'm just going to move this alert line to where we are right now, just so I can get a price cross. There we go. So it fired. We see that at the bottom left that the order went through. Let me just go ahead and pause this alert so it doesn't happen again. Oh, it's already stopped. So here, if I go into the signals for the strategy, I'll see the one that just came in at 331. It shouldn't be auto submitted because I had that disabled. So I'm going to click on approve here. And once I do, it should send a signal off to my prop firm to enter a new position. And now when I take a look over here at Bitcoin, I'm in my long. Oh, that's so exciting. All right. I'm glad I tested that out. Glad I saw how that works. Now let's go ahead and purchase a new account, a prop firm account, in order to tie it up with Traders Post. So I'm going to go to my back end. You can go ahead and hide my screen here for a second. I'm just going to buy a new Combine. So I'm just going to Top Step, my dashboard, and I'm going ahead and I'm just going to check out buying the lowest end prop firm account I can have. $50.
How much is that?
$50.
What makes it low end? Like what's the criteria for that?
It's the amount of capital that you're allowed to trade.
Oh, I see. And why does it matter if you trade, low or high capital? Isn't it just about passing the account or not?
It also affects how much you can have at risk. So, for example, on the 50 on this account, I can only have.
Can I show?
Sorry?
Can I show your screen?
No. On this account, I could only have $2,000 loss. It's a $50,000 account, and my account could only draw down $2,000 before I fail the account. So even though it says I have $5,000, that's just the amount that I'm allowed to put on a position. It doesn't actually. That doesn't mean I could have a drawdown to that amount. So if I paid more, I could have more of a drawdown because I'd have a bigger account. And no, this is my own personal one. In case people thinking, oh, this Traders Post is just buying this for Tom. Nope, I would not have it, because if I'm going to make money, I'm definitely not going to give it back to them. It's my money, my losses.
I'm sure they'd let you keep the money, Tom.
I don't want to have that in the back of my head. It's my money, Mike. My money, John. I'm going to spend it my way.
Okay.
All right. So I'm buying another account. It says I'm another account created. Top Step X. Let's see if it shows up in my drop down. All right. There we go. So if we come back to my screen, you'll see here that in my drop down at the top left, I have another account that showed up. So let's see here how that shows up in my dashboard. I'm going to go ahead to my broker for Top Step. Let me just edit that. There. So I have a new account that showed up here. So that is this account here. So there'll be Top Step 1, Top Step 2, let's say. All right. So you guys see how this is here? So now I can go ahead and go back to my strategy for manual trading, and I could subscribe to the second one here, Traders Post Top Step. All right, this is my second one. Auto submit's going to be off. I'm going to allow both bullish and bearish. And just for the sake of showing you guys the position size in that I could actually scale my account, I'm going to go ahead here and say inside of the position size section under signal quantity multiplier, I'm going to put 2. So the idea here is that if I take one contract in the signal, I see it's gone now. Yeah. If I take one contract in the signal, I'll have 2 contracts that are trade inside of this account. This is my high risk money account. You know what I mean? Wow, what is going on here?
Put 4. Why 2? Why stop at 2?
Oh, you could blow out your account pretty easy at 4.
But you could also pass it pretty easily at 4, right?
You know what? You're right. All right, so I enable this. Let me just go back to my other subscription and just make sure that this one is connected properly. So I'm actually call this one. And I want this connected to the right broker. So in my drop down, the one account ends in 5156. Wait, 5156, 5157, 5157. 5156 is my PIN number for my bank card. Sorry, I totally was the wrong. It was just too close.
Right.
All right. So now that I have the subscription set up for this strategy, the idea here is that when I send a signal through, it'll open up the position in both. Now, here's the thing. I already have a position open in that other one, right? Unless I got like wiped out on that one. Let me just see. MBT, Bitcoin. No, not this one. The other one. Let me just add accounts down here so I could switch between. I've never had to use this before. Now I will. All right. So I'm in accounts. I have 2 active accounts. There's one. Close you. Peter, I wish I could tell you how much I'm not a big fan of the interface for this. All right. So I'm up $21 on the first prop firm account. And I want to go ahead and enter a position on my second one. But I want to send a signal to the strategy in general to do it. Now, I want to also add to my position. I want, when my signal comes through, I want the one that I'm in right now also to increment up. But if I didn't want that, I can control that through the setting over here. So under the settings for my first manual trading account, the prop firm account, I can click on edit. And here where it says add to position, where are you? Under position sizes, allow add to position. If I have this unchecked the way it is right now, when TradingView sees that I'm already in a position, it won't actually add another contract.
Are you talking about TradingView or Traders Post?
Forgive me. When I send a signal to Traders Post, if it sees that this account is already in a trade for that ticker, it will not add to that position. It'll just ignore it saying, hey, I can't get in. In fact, I'll leave it like that so you guys can see what it looks like. But if I had this turned on, when I send the signal in, even though I'm in the trade, it'll just increment that position by 1 or by whatever position size that I sent. So I'm going to leave that off because I just want the other account to be in one position as well. So I know that my 2 accounts are set up properly, and this is very exciting, Peter. Just the account scaling, the position sizing, this is all happening all at once. I'm going to go ahead and switch this, the signal here. I want it to auto submit on those subscriptions. So let me just edit this. I'm going to switch you to auto submit. I want it to go through right away, Peter. I have high confidence.
Okay, I believe in you. Let's do it.
So both subscriptions are auto submit. For my strategy, I'm going to go ahead and just make sure I have the right, well, I do have the right signal. So I'm going to get back over here to the Bitcoin. For the alert that was on this line, I'm just going to go ahead and reactivate it. You see on the right side over here, the alert was stopped as soon as it was triggered, because I have it set up to do that. So here it only fires only once. If I wanted to fire every single time the price crossed it, I could have it be, I could only do it once per bar close, once per minute, or only once. So just leave it like this. I'm going to reactivate that by pressing play at the top right, and I'm going to move this line up to where the current price is to trigger.
You're using
so trigger signal.
Right.
The alert stopped, so I'd have to reactivate that in the future if I want it to happen again. Head to my signals here in the back end for strategies. I can see that the signal came in. This is the last one that came in. 1 second. All right, so this signal came in over here, and you'll notice here that it says 1 of 2 because it's connected to 2 prompt firm accounts. So if I click into that, I could see that one of them is rejected because the position, there was already a position open for that one, right? So trade rejected because there's no open orders to cancel. There's already an open bullish position. And so if I want that to be incremented, I'd have to have that allow add to position active like we saw before. But the other one did work out, right? So this one here did open up the position. And I could see here on the right side that it actually did enter the position. If I go ahead and take a look at my prompt firm account, I could see on the one before, I still have the one position. And then the switch to the other one, now that one is up. And I'm up $4 on that. So I am balling. Guys, this is what account scaling is. It allows you to have multiple accounts trade in the same signal. Now, if I were to go in and send an exit signal right now, then it'll close it on both accounts. So I can go ahead here I'm not going to close the position because I'm up. I only close position, so I'm at a loss. I'm not sure if I ever told anyone this, but that's the only time I close the position. So here I could create another line on the chart, and I could call this one, so option H for another line. Let me just change this to red to make it clearer. And then, yeah, so that's fine. I could create an alert on it by clicking on the alert signal in the toolbar. When the price crosses that, if I wanted just to cross, I can go ahead and send a message to close the position. So that's like my message I had before, but instead of buy, it'll be exit. I won't need the price on that one, but it doesn't really matter. So this one will be an exit position. It'll be sent into the same webhook that I had before. Actually, I don't want to create this right now because I don't want it to actually fire. But essentially, if I save this and then I move this line, I can move this line as my stop loss. Well, let's just create it and pause it. So this line, I can move it as my stop loss to wherever I want it to go, so that when the price actually crosses that, or my take profit at this point, not a stop loss. It would be a stop loss if I had it at the bottom. We have take profit I had at the top. And when the price crossed it, I can go ahead. It'll signal will be sent to Traders Post. It'll come in here and then close out both positions. All right. Let's just confirm here that the account scaling worked on that other account. Oh, no, it still said one position. Let's take a look there to see what happened. Because I was expecting this one to have the account scaling feature on, and only one contract came through. So we take a look at the snapshot and we take a look at signal multiplier 2. I would have expected 2
accept signal. Did you have the accept signal quantity on?
I didn't have the signal quantity within the position, so that's why. The signal quantity has to be within the signal. So because I didn't have it within the signal, it just defaulted to the 1. So that's my fault. So that means over here in my signal, let me just rename this to buy to make it clear. Here, I would actually have to have the quantity. Set to 1. Ah, it exited.
Just about to. I thought you paused it. Hang on, your audio disappeared. You're having a day today. He was warned. He was warned about this. All right, look. Oh, Tom's back. Am I going to lose my ability to monologue?
So that you have to understand, in the back of my mind, I'm like, I should be long right now. I should be long Bitcoin, and I'm accidentally not long Bitcoin, but I got to finish the stream. So you can hear me, right?
Yeah, why don't you just go long?
No, don't worry about it. I'm long in my other accounts, so it's fine.
All right.
Let's go ahead and share my screen.
Yeah.
So now if I take a look at my positions here for this broker, let's go to this broker. I'm going to see that in this top step account, number 1, no positions. Number 2, no positions. They've been closed. And if I go take a look at here, the positions are closed here as well. Oh, beautiful. It just the feeling of knowing that in my other accounts, I'm like super up right now, makes me feel pretty good. These trades closed out at, what was it? $37 profit on this account. And then on the other account,
Mon frère.
down 210
Oh.
because I lost money this morning. Never mind. Okay. So,
Mon frère.
yes.
Oh, ton écran est retourné?
Yeah.
Parfait. I'm speaking French so that the Americans don't know what I'm saying. Click hide at the bottom.
And then the caption like translates what you said.
Damn it. Can't hide in this new world.
So we'll leave it at that. I did want to, that in a nutshell is position sizing and position scaling. The account scaling and the position size multiplier. I want to quickly show the GPT-5. You think we can do that pretty quick?
Yeah, I don't care how much time it takes. It can take all day. I don't care.
So it's not available yet inside of the chat interface, but it is available within the API. So if I go to my cursor, let's see here. We're just going to do a straight thing. So in cursor, it's old school because we've been using Claude Code now for the last couple of weeks, but we're going to go back into the cursor and let me just show you that. If you head into cursor settings to the models, you'll see that GPT-5 and 5 Fast are available. And I already have my keys inputted. I should have my keys inputted. Let me take a look. Oh, no, I don't want to show that. I don't want to show my API keys. It should be added already. So that means now I can go ahead and create a script here. Let's create a EMA strategy.
Can you make it a little bit bigger, the text?
Certainly. And I'm going to just switch my model from auto to GPT-5. Let's go all out. And if this costs me hundreds of dollars in order to do this, I'm going to be very upset, Peter.
No, the API is cheap.
API is cheap. It's 7.5 times cheaper than Cloud Code. I was paying thousands of dollars a month, okay?
Okay, well,
All right.
maybe it's not as cheap as unlimited Cloud Code.
All right, so let's go ahead with create.
It's a write-off. Just write it off. It's a write-off. I have no idea what that means. Every time I hear about it, I have no idea what it means. Just write it off. Does that mean it's free? I have no clue. By the way, everybody, I'm not an idiot. All right. I just know other things than trading and coding. All right. I just know other things.
All right. So I'm asking it to create a strategy to take that'll take a trade when the price moves above the 50 EMA and sells when it moves below. Why did I just hear a ching ching? What just happened to me? Oh, right. A position of mine just closed that I had open now for a while.
I didn't hear the ching ching, but I'm glad. Oh, I lost your audio. What's happening over there? What is happening over there? Look at me, all small down here in the black little corner. So I'm going to come back. I'm going to say in 3, 2, 1. Wouldn't it be great if he had showed up right then? All right, I guess I'm going to have to go full screen. Folks, GPT-5, we're about to do a test for creating a strategy with GPT-5. Looks like Tom is back. I'm very excited to see what you got there, Tom.
I'm just happy right now because I made quite a bit of money on the side there. I heard a little ching, a little sound. I was, hey, what's going on? Sometimes that sound means I lost a bunch of money. This time it meant I made a bunch of money. All right, so
how much did you make?
Sorry?
How much did you make?
Enough that I don't have to show anymore. All right, so I'm asking GPT-5 to create a strategy in this file I just created that'll take a trade when the price moves above the 50 EMA and sells when it moves below. To add a little bit of a wrinkle, I said if the EMA is too flat or volatile, so if the EMA is too flat or volatile, the trade should be skipped and any open position should be closed. Let's see what actually created over here. We're looking for one shot. All right, already I can see that it's using version 5 of PineScript. So I ain't happy. If I'm going to be paying $200 plus a month for code and agent, I wanted to know what the newest version is. But whatever. Cloud Code also will give me version 5. Whatever. Let's see what it actually created over here. I'm going to grab this and head over to our trading view. And let's create a strategy.
Can you make the text a little bit bigger?
Absolutely. And we'll move off. We'll move to the, let's move to the Microsoft stock.
It looks like you migrated over to the indicator that Mike recommended and when the price action lies, where the volume is in the candles.
Yes, I'm done now with the volume at the bottom of the chart. I never liked it to begin with. All right, so we already have errors over here. We have end of line continuation errors. Let's just clear that up manually. So instead of this being all on separate lines like this, well, it can be in separate tabs, but there needs to be a space added for that to work. So let's see.
Can you increase the font size, or did you already?
Oh, I did. I can make it more.
That's good.
All right, so we saved the strategy. Let's go ahead and add it to the chart. Let's see if there's any errors. I see already that it's giving me results.
Screen.
All right. So
screen.
So
It disappeared again.
I don't get it.
It's because the OpenAI servers are overloaded. It's just, it's a big day.
All right. So on our chart, let's see if we've seen any trades. We see trades over here. Let's go to the last one. All right. Trades are happening all over the place. Let's just inspect the quality of these trades. So it took a long when the price crossed above, as it should, and closed out the positions immediately when the price fell. That's a problem. Over here, it took a long and crossed below. So it's because the crosses are happening too much, too often, it's no good. It keeps getting chopped out. All right.
Can you take a screenshot? Wait.
This is not a fair.
I wonder if a screenshot of this will help GPT figure out what's wrong.
No, I know it's wrong. It's just not a fair. It's not a fair comparison. So let me just go ahead back here, and I'll tell it. Let's add. So I'm adding a 200-day EMA or a 200 EMA so that we only enter or exit the trade when those have crossed and not when the price is crossed, because it's unfair. Likely when the price is crossed in the EMA, it will touch it again. So we'll always get chopped out.
That's an unfair way of putting it. You're saying that you're doing it, but you just asked GPT-5 to do it.
So, when I ask Google for information and it goes into the library of infinite human knowledge in order to fetch it for me, is that not me doing it?
No, it's
when
not.
I read information from a book and absorb the information, even though it's written down and printed through systems and people that are long gone, is that not me doing it?
Yeah, you are reading.
I am
yes,
energy focused into this world, and all things are myself.
Okay. All right. All right.
Peter,
is it fast?
It isn't. It's not fast. It's
not
still
fast.
going. Let's see what it's planning in here. All right. I'm getting a little nervous now. I glanced over to another screen. I realized that although one of my positions is closed, the other one is still open.
So close it.
No, I don't know if I need to close it, Peter. I don't know.
Go
if
and
I
check
can
right now.
close it.
We're on a trading channel. Everybody understands you got to take action when the action's got to be taken.
Nah, I'm committed. All I'll do is glance. That's all I'll do. So it
Maybe that's
modified
why
the
your
script.
screen keeps going on and off. The universe is trying to tell you something. You're losing hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Can you imagine? All right, let's update the script. Oops, error.
I feel like if you have to type in stuff there, then GPT-5 isn't really doing it.
All right, so there's a little bit better results. And what we're seeing here, let's just see how it actually executed it. We don't care about the results, we care how it executed it. So over here, the price jumped above. There was a cross of the EMAs that happened over here. So it went in and it crossed down below to touch the EMA, so it closed. All right, here it went in long, here it closed out. Okay, interesting. So we're getting to the point now where these models, like before I couldn't even use ChatGPT because it was like so terrible at doing PineScript, but this is like, I'm gonna call it almost Claude Code level of scripting, just so I don't feel bad for paying for Claude Code. But more specifically, with a little bit of effort, I'd be able to get this to do what I needed to do. Like there's some things I sort of have to baby it a little bit to explain what I'm trying to accomplish, but I'm sure it can actually do it because this is actually pretty good. Let's just take a look at the quality of the code here. Naming conventions are fine, even though I'm not a camel case person. I much prefer snake case, but hey, bias of programmers, and everything's pretty good. Naming, spacing, comments, seal of approval. Pretty happy with that. All right, guys. Well, that's it for today. This has been a fun day of glitches, making money, adding prop firms, scaling, and position size multipliers. Pretty full.
I do want to say, if you want us to try GPT-5, if you want us to try to do something, whether it's a strategy or something else, please let us know. We'll do it in the next blueprint. We're always happy to experiment. Heck, we might even do it before that. We've got after hours coming up this Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We could experiment with GPT-5 then. So if you have any ideas, let us know. Maybe there's something you want us to create, something that's trading related. It could be a web app. I don't care. We're eager to do that. In the chat, DJ says that yes, horrendous at PineScript. Do you agree, Tom? Is it horrendous at PineScript?
Everything's horrendous at PineScript. This is actually pretty good.
So you're saying GPT-5 was actually pretty good at PineScript, given your experience with other AI models?
No, given my experience with previous GPTs, I still will not be using this as my main model. I think Claude Code is way better at it, but I didn't do here what we did in other ones where we provided with documentation, provided with reference guides, style guides, other scripts within our library written in the right way. It didn't have much to go on because I wanted to see what it will do scratch one shot out of the gate. So for what it is it better than hiring a PineScript developer in order to do the work for you? It's about equal if what you're doing is simple. And if you don't need to do anything a little bit more complex than that, or you need to do any refinement or experimentation, might be a little bit problematic. Yeah, previous versions of GPT were just god-awful. Made no sense whatsoever. Didn't even know what Pine was. It was crazy. I've used every model, I guess since 3, to test it. And this is the first one where I'm like, okay, if this is all I had to work with, and I didn't have the code, it could do the job. No, I don't get paid by Claude Code, and I pay them substantial money. So there's not a not a shill.
Can we promise people that next Thursday on the next blueprint we'll do something with GPT-5, maybe beyond what's simple? Because I think a lot of people are going to be very curious to see if this is worth their time, worth their money. It may not be as good as Claude Code for you or what have you, but not everybody's willing to pay $200 a month for Claude Code. I think it would serve people to see some tests, some experimentation. How does GPT-5 or the Chat GPT version of it, let's say, how does that work for trading? Does it help them in any dimension? Are you open to that?
Absolutely. In fact, what we'll do next Thursday is not only showcase GPT-5 and how we could set this up, but I'll be providing everyone with, we'll build out guidelines and rules that we want the system to follow so that you'll be able to take it, toss it into your own projects, and you'll already have a jump start. It'll already know how to avoid a bunch of the mistakes that happen already when you're doing any sort of PineScript development. So it'll be doing version 6. It'll have access to a bunch of documentation, be able to do a lot of things in order to make your life a lot easier. And that's a Trader's Post promise. That'll do the episode. That'll do the episode, not that it'll actually do great things for you. That's what the promise is. Thank you very much.
I wonder if the X account would tweet out something in the interim, because I'm sure we're going to be experimenting with it, the next couple of days. So maybe we'll tweet it out, something like that. Let people know how GPT-5 is working with trading, PineScript. Maybe it can help with Trader's Post. I'd be very curious.
Awesome. Yeah, we'll see what we can do to get that out.
Like and subscribe.
All right, guys, that's it for us. We'll be back next Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with a lot more Blueprint. And as always, we wish you, until then, happy trading.